Mark, Craig, hey, welcome
Hey,
to this
buddy.
roundtable. Congratulations for the bad guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a Craig specific question, but Mark could jump in on the second part of the question. Craig, tell us about, you know, doing that transition into your feminine side as a shark. And the second part is, do you guys enjoy push pops?
You know, any character I do, I want to give them some honor. So, so that transition of going to a pregnant lady who's having a baby right there, I just had to, lift her up and be in the moment. So that's what it is. Just be in the moment.
And what
But
about
yes,
the
push
push
pops
pops?
are delicious.
Mark, you love push pops too?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I go out of my way for them, but if they're around, I'll have one.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Hi guys, hi, this is Maggie Ma from US News Express. So I was just wondering, can you talk about when you first read the scripts, what drew you to the story, what touched you, especially, because the world is dangerous. Usually parents will tell their kids, something is dangerous, you shouldn't be near with them. But of course, this story tells us that we should get to know them and give them a second chance. I was just wondering, how do you feel about the story and what you want the young kids to get from the story? Thanks.
I liked it right away. I liked the character right away. I liked the fact that they wanted me to play the guy. And the more I got into the story, the more I realized it was really about friendship and about a lot of the things you were saying, judgment. And I just liked that it gave me the ability to be sort of cranky and angry, but still, have a lot of heart and be an empathetic character. So there was a lot of reasons that I was attracted to it. And the story's kind of amazing. A lot of twists and turns. It gets pretty weird. A lot of guinea pigs and, car chases. So, I couldn't even picture the whole thing until I saw it, to be honest with you.
I was drawn to it. There was a nice pitch presentation at DreamWorks. I got to see the characters and who they had involved, and it just made so much sense. And I learned about it being a book series, and I loved it from the beginning. And for them to tell me that the shark was a master of disguise and he gets into all these things, it was just, I loved it from the top.
Hi, I'm Rito from the Philippines. I really enjoyed this one. It feels like the Suicide Squad with Catwoman in tow. But in what way did you relate to your character? Were you given specific traits to create your particular character, or were you given free reign?
Well, they just showed us a picture of him, and then there was the script. So, but in terms of the voice and how we used it, I mean, it was trial and error mostly, but they kind of hired me, for what I brought to it. So it was kind of up to us. I mean, it was and through improvising and also sort of doing things over and over again, or doing things a few times. And as time went on, the script evolved with the characters. Once they started to see how I was doing it, they could make adjustments. So it was all very collaborative, but nothing was cut in stone really, except at some point the animation was.
Like my character, I'm a gentle giant, and I kind of rode that wave, and I relate to them because I those silly voices that they brought out of me, I have them naturally. So yeah, it was just to be silly and go in there and be the kind one who you don't want to piss off. That's kind of my life.
Hi guys, Christian Ortega from Movie Network PR. So my question is, you're obviously playing a couple of characters that are the bad guys, quote unquote. But what did you guys bring to these characters to make them likable?
Well, I think that was more for me. It was more in the writing, because I don't know. I kind of played the lines, and I think what really made them likable was the way it put us together and how we engage with each other. So like it wasn't really on me in a way. Like I was just playing it straight, and then all of a sudden, you know, you got to have this heart to heart with Wolf, or I got to tease him with a push up pop, and you know, so those kind of actions, you know, engaging the characters in these certain ways, I think that's what brought out the likability and you know the sort of vulnerability of them. I think most of that was in the writing.
I would have to agree. The writing was you know, crisp in it, and it had us jumping on each other's lines for the jokes. One scene comes to mind is the cat in a tree. And it's like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna, you know, scratch him, strangle him. You know, so the writing did bring out the jokes and the fun. And my character, I think, is was one of the easier likable ones, because he was getting played by Snake, or he was, you know, delivering a baby for for to be a distraction. He was ridiculous,
Thank you, guys.
ridiculously likable.
My name is Felix Caraballo, and I have a question for Mark. I really love the humor in this film and the action, especially the Pulp Fiction reference in the opening scene. It says the sarcastic tone of what we're going to see. So how much did you enjoy recording the voice for this scene and the physical humor that the film has, which appeals to both children and adults?
Well, I liked it, you know, because me and Sam Rockwell were able to work together quite a bit during the making of it. You know, there were several times where we were in person or over Zoom, and you know, he was a very good straight man for me.
Mhm.
So you know, you kind of start to play around with that dynamic a little bit. He's like the cool guy, and I'm worked up all the time. So I think that really added to it. Was working off of him.
Excellent. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Rafi Mediavilla from Criticologus.com. Again, congratulations on the story. Awesome story. My question is open for the both of you. Which character do you think is easier to present, a bad guy or a good guy? Which one do you have the most fun presenting, a good guy or a bad guy?
I think you know, I probably have a better time being slightly bad. I don't know all bad. But I think to be a totally good guy, which I had to do in a movie recently, you know, it was okay, but even that guy was flawed. And I think if there's one thing we learn about good guys and bad guys is that they all have the flaws.
Yeah, I prefer to be the bad guy. It's like the rules don't apply to you, and that's all you need to have fun. I played excuse me. I played the Antichrist in a movie called Rapturepalooza, and that's one of the craziest, most freedom things I've ever done, as far as live action, because that was just, I knew there was nothing you could tell me. I was the Antichrist.
Thank you.
Wow, now I got to follow up after he responds about the Antichrist. My name is Jocelyn. I work for Movie Guide. And what I would like to know is, what was it like to really go through that self-sacrifice, and how do you think that helps friendships grow?
Which self-sacrifice, just in general?
In general, but also giving up the push pop, but just teaching kids about, like, it's important.
Oh, it's interesting, you know, because I am childish when it comes to that. You know, and I think that I don't know if it's what the percentage is, but I think most of us kind of want to keep our own stuff, and most of us would rather just, you know, eat it. You know, just to be selfless is a choice, and I think some part of this movie really explores the idea that can feel good. I think that some kids need to know that being selfless or sharing actually is a good feeling.
Get that
as
good
opposed to-
tingle.
Huh?
Get the good tingle, like they were saying.
Yeah, the
Tail wagging.
wagging.
Tail wagging.
Yeah. I don't think everybody's wired that way. I think some people have to learn that. I did.
It's Gig Patta with LRM Online again. Mark, this one's specific for you. I'm not sure which animation, what you saw when you were doing the voiceover, whether it's just the photo or the animation, but Snake was revealed with two different looks, one with the fangs and the other one with the teeth. Which did you prefer? Because this is always a debate on snakes in animation. Should they just have fangs or teeth? But in this film, he kind of went back and forth.
I think that I think fangs are honest. I mean, I guess fangs are a little menacing at times, but I didn't really pay attention or notice that there was teeth too. There was both.
Yeah, there was actually both throughout. He went back and forth throughout the entire movie. With both.
Yeah, I think I'm partial to fangs. Seems
Most
more
excellent.
authentic.
Most excellent. Thank you.
So guys, I was just wondering if you'd like to share of your personal experience, if you have had any animals that you like or you dislike before and then you change your mind. And because of some reasons, or maybe you get to know this animal better.
I've had animals that I've had a very love-hate relationship with over time. I had a cat that would always bite me. But, you know, I didn't get rid of her. And eventually it got a little better. So, but I have a lot of cats. I mostly as a grown-up, I've had cats. And, you know, that can go either way. You know, cats really don't care about you. And you you really have to fight for their affection. So that's I think I like that in an animal. I grew up with dogs, but they're too needy for me.
I was in Australia several years back, and I went to an animal sanctuary. And I fell in love with a koala bear. Like, I don't know if you ever held a koala bear, but you should. It's like, imagine holding a strong baby. You know what I mean? And it was beautiful, had little, strong, sharp claws that just hurt just good enough. You know what I'm talking about. But, and I wanted to bring this koala bear back. I know it's ridiculous, but I actually sat down, had a meeting with them, and I just didn't have the qualifications. But,
Wow.
it's all true, except for koala. Okay, that was a little thrown in there.
As
But yeah, hold a koala bear. You're not going to believe it. It's unbelievable.
the journey to the punchline.
You're welcome.
It was great.
Hi, I have the last question. So this is wonderful for me. This is based on children's books. But what do you think? Is it about the film that will resonate with adult viewers, grown-ups?
Well, it seems to me that the entire tone of the film is sort of adult in terms of the genres that they're drawing from. Those are all grown-up movies. But I do think that there is something about judgment and about friendship and about willingness to change those are very adult themes. I don't think that kids are necessarily aware of them, but I think that, you know, you can process them in a way that kids will understand.